So, finally, as advertised, like I say, this isn't for your own personal entertainment. We'll get back to the good stuff. This is just for me. I don't care whatever feels about it, it's me. Finally, alright, so I was studying for that for like 2 weeks. Some people are a little bit better test takers than others. I'm not a great test taker. I haven't been in school since 2010 when I finished college. And I drove box cars before, box trucks. I had a DOT. But when my job had this opportunity, I was like, bro, I can't. $80,000 a year? I'm not too cool for that. I'm an opportunist. So, I mean, I always, I don't miss an opportunity to miss an opportunity pretty much. So, study for this. Originally, I just went online and was reading a little online manual and downloaded a couple of apps like DMV Test app. And the apps are cool. They're like flashcards. You can learn a lot from them, but you can't just depend on those. I'm just from my experience, because when you get to the DMV, there's going to be questions on there that's not on that app. And you almost as if you're forced to read that manual. And I remember I failed it. I failed the general knowledge, and I failed the air brakes. I missed one question. Then I missed 5 questions. You're only supposed to miss 4. And then the Latino lady was like, you have to buy manual, get manual, $5, buy manual. Manual was like this thick. I'm like, well, damn. So I bought a manual and skimmed through that and started watching videos, like online classes, and just drilled all of that stuff into my head. I mean, I got a new respect for these drivers, man. It's not like driving a regular commercial vehicle. You got to learn everything. Air brakes, drum brakes, disc brakes, wedge brakes, spring brakes, emergency brakes, hazards, what can go with what, cargo, combination vehicles. Now that part I passed pretty easily. I wouldn't take my advice for it because I studied for it the day before the test, but that was easy. That general knowledge, those 50 questions, that's the dagger. Air brakes, if you study that, that's not hard, but the general knowledge part was a mother dog. 50 questions. You can only miss 10, and I started getting a little discouraged because on 25, halfway through the test, I had already missed 9. I was like, oh no, I'm about to do this again. No, God. And I just went on a streak, man. I went on a streak like Steph Curry behind the 3. I just started shooting them, and just question 35. I had to go 5-0. I had to go 5 for 5. I couldn't miss anymore because at that point I had missed 10. You can't miss no more than 10 or you're dead. And those last 5 questions, I'm sitting there praying, fingers crossed. I'm not even the most religious dude. I'm sitting there like, please, God, please. I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to go insane if I fail this test by 1 point. And lo and behold, I passed. So, got it. Now I can move on to the next step. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like, shout out to Kwame Brown. Everybody talk about it, but be about it. Because that's, when he came on the scene and started talking about that related to me. My generation, like I say, we grew up, you a millennial, I'm 30, I'd be 31. We the college generation. They told us to go to school, get an education. And most of us are educated with no real skill set. And we out here looking and begging for jobs. Now, I wasn't happy with my current job situation. The old me, I just would have went on Indeed.com and added on to my already long resume and waited for someone to call me back. But that's the thing about trades. If you're a carpenter, you're an electrician, you do HVAC systems, ain't nobody got you ain't looking for work. People call you. You know what I mean? How many carpenters was out of work getting unemployment last year or this year? You know what I'm saying? Unless they wanted to be. Trades is where it's at, and that's where it's always been at. You know what I mean? Trades. My grandfather worked, New York City Transit, but he also had a trade fixing stoves. He had his own stove cleaning company on the side. Was rolling the dough. I never known my grandfather to pay a late bill. All his cars was paid off, fresh off the lot. He was the man. And this was a man who had a high school education and went to the Navy. And I'm like, now we got all this education and we out here begging for jobs and waiting on stimulus checks and shit like that. We've become very dependent on America's government and not self-sufficient on our own. You know what I mean? We got to get back to that. So instead of just talking about it, I was like, fuck it, I'm going to be about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I needed something different to happen. I can't speak for nobody else. I feel like I'm James Brown. I'm the hardest working nigga in show business. Don't nobody do all the shit I do. I've been working 2 jobs, 5 years, still work out, still look incredible. Do this YouTube shit for the fun of it. And you wouldn't know. But yeah, when you're getting 4 or 5 hours of sleep every day, it sucks. You know, so I know I had to change my lifestyle. I had to do something. So, yeah, this is a big deal for me. I can't speak for other people. They probably be like, oh, whatever, nigga, you got, you know, something everybody else got. But nah, I got a new respect for y'all truckers, man. Because you think truck drivers are just these big, snake, nasty motherfuckers with ass cracks hanging out. And they just don't know shit, don't know their ass from their elbows. But you have to really be intelligent to drive these damn big-ass trucks. Just based off the information I was reading, I was sitting here like, damn, you got to learn about everything. You know? Clutching, shifting gears, up, down, this, that, everything. You know what I mean? So, PSI, all of that. So, you know, this is a congratulations to myself. And like I say, for anybody that's interested, that want to do it, like I say, you know, study online. YouTube is very fundamental. It's not, you don't got to just be on here for entertainment purposes. You can learn some stuff on here. And don't be discouraged. Like I say, that took me 3 times. Because the first time I failed the air brakes by 1 question. General knowledge, that was, that's what really made me study. Because I was seeing stuff on there I wasn't seeing on the apps. So I had to, you know, pull up videos for, you know, whatever state you live in. They got the knowledge test, word for word, you know, and all of that. So, yeah, for anybody who's trying to do something, like I say, even if you're not trying to get a CDL, it could be, you know, you want to be a plumber or whatever, you know what I mean? Get a trade. You know what I mean? Because being out here, having an education and being out here looking for jobs is not the move. You shouldn't be out here looking for a job if you got, you know, an education like the education we got compared to our ancestors and the ones who came before us, and we out here begging for pennies and begging for jobs to give us a chance. That shit is just weird to me. Another thing that's weird is my fucking neighbor staring at me in the goddamn blinds right now. But yeah, this is where it's at, bro. So, new beginning, new time, all that good stuff, you know. Get these trades, just get this money.